now time for our weekly segment, Break Room Drama.
On Station 12, WHOOP, we accept a call from an employee each week with a workplace problem.
We get all parties on the line, and then we identify which communication theory would best serve as the solution to their problem.
Today we are receiving a call from Sydney, calling from Yankee Candles.
Thanks for calling Station 12, WHOOP. What seems to be the problem?
Hi, I recently became pregnant, and when I announced it to my coworkers, everyone was super excited for me. However, we even had a small baby shower. However, when I actually had to leave for maternity leave, a lot of people were bothered. Now, since I have returned, I have noticed there are tensions between me and some of my other coworkers. I was reading an article trying to figure out how to go about the issue I was facing and came across one called Standpoints of Maternity Leave, Discourses of Temporality and Ability, written by Patrice M. Bazanel, where a woman was told, "You had a baby, now it's time to get back to work." It made me feel less alone and that women in other workplaces have the same issue. It made me have the confidence to finally address it and seek a solution.
That sounds like it would be very difficult to navigate. I think we might have something that could help.
Let's go ahead and get your coworkers on the line as well.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, this is Adrian.
Hi, thank you for picking up the phone. We're calling from Station 12, WHOOP, for our Break Room Drama segment. We are on the phone here with Sydney, and she says that she has been facing some prejudice after she took maternity leave. We would like to talk and try to find a solution.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have noticed there's a bit of judgment against her since she took off so much work.
Yeah, I understand she had a child and I'm happy for her and all, but I think everyone has their responsibilities here, and it's about time for her to get to work. These candles aren't going to make themselves.
Yeah, I think it could be good for us to find a solution here. It's been a little tense.
After hearing all of this, I think the best communication theory to solve your workplace problem is the standpoint theory.
I agree. R.T. Barker, in his article titled Communication and Gender in Workplace 2000, Creating a Contextually Based Integrated Paradigm, explains that the standpoint theory states that society influences the way specific groups understand the world around them. For example, standpoint theory argues that differences between men and women are caused by society rather than genetics. In the realm of workplace communication, standpoint theory shows that communication is greatly influenced by the standpoints of individuals. Therefore, communication within the workplace should take standpoints into consideration.
The article titled Feminist Standpoint Theory and Muted Group Theory, Communalities and Divergences by Julia T. Wood explains that women's lives are systematically and structurally different from men's lives, and these differences produce different knowledge. This means that it takes a lot of intentionality for effective communication between members of different standpoints, and in this case, members of different genders within a workplace.
While maternity leave advocates for a policy of justice and gender equality in the workplace, the results aren't always fair. In an article I read called The Role of Planning in Workplace Support in Returning to Work After Maternity Leave by Diane M. Houston and Jillian Marks, they talked about the impacts that maternity leave has on women returning to work after having paid time off. The article informed me that a significant number of mothers who expressed intentions to come back to work after their maternity leave were not able to return to work in a manner consistent with the preferences they expressed throughout their pregnancy.
It applies because some of us were prejudiced against Sydney for taking maternity leave. But if we apply the standpoint theory, we will be better at empathizing and understanding that we make decisions and understand the world around us based on how we have been influenced by society. For example, I read an article called The Other Side of Inequality, using standpoint theory to examine the privilege of the evaluation profession and individual educators by Jory N. Hall. She talked about what it meant to be a member of a subordinate group in terms of standpoint theory. In this case, I think being a pregnant woman in a workplace may put you in a subordinate group if the average employee is a man.
I was referred to an article called Making Sense of the Barriers Women Face in the Information Technology Workforce, Standpoint Theory, Self-Disclosure, and Casual Maps by Myra Allen. And it talked about how a workplace incorporated such groups that allowed employees to talk to one another in order to better understand their perspectives. I think this could be a good way to incorporate the standpoint theory into our workplace and solve this problem.
I think that is an incredible idea of incorporating standpoint theory.
I agree. I think if we do this, then more people would empathize with me, and there would be less prejudice against women going on maternity leave in the future.
Well, that sounds like another success.
Thanks again for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
I can't believe we let a company called Yankee Candle on again. Is this Greg who keeps deciding on the people?
Excuse me.
We're still on air.